What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today is actually a collaboration between Brewery Ommegang out of Cooperstown, New York, and Prison City Pub and Brewery out of Auburn, New York. And this is their Prost Cologne. I see what they did there. So on the label here, they're calling this a dry hopped Kolsch style ale. Comes in at 5% alcohol by volume, 30 IBUs at the time of review. This can is approximately 6 weeks old. So I was in one of my favorite local bottle shops, Premier Gourmet, recently, and I was talking to the beer manager there, Ethan, and we were discussing, what beers we were drinking lately and what we're really enjoying. And he mentioned this beer. He said, I, pretty much have bought about 12 cans over the last month, and I'm really digging the beer in general. He really likes old school styles and whatnot, like Kolsch's and things like that. And he was like, this is really good. And there was a couple cans left, and he's like, I'm gonna actually grab another can and take it home tonight. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I grab it? Even though I am not a seasonal beer drinker, every season for me is hashtag stout season. I can't deny that these beers appeal to me more in the warmer weather because that's just how it works. So I grabbed this one. Plus, I really like what Ommegang and Prison City do, two New York breweries that I really dig quite a bit. So yeah, I figured I would grab a collaboration from them and give it a go. So on the side here, they talk about how, they tackle the Kolsch style from a distinctly American angle. They're using a Saaz, Mosaic, and Huell Melon for the dry hopping in this one. And yeah, it just sounds pretty good in general. I really do like the name. Obviously, it's a play on the rapper Post Malone. Prost is cheers in German, and then Cologne, Germany, is where Kolsch is, I believe, originated. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. That's actually a good name. I enjoy it. Anyway, let's crack this open, get it into glass, see what we got going on here. I have hashtag proper glassware. I broke my bigger Ommegang, or I shouldn't say I broke. There was a crack that developed in it, and it was unfortunately, could not save it. So, you know what? Got another smaller one, and we'll see. Everything tastes better in a hashtag proper glassware, right? Probably not. Probably not. Not at least when it comes to hashtag proper glassware, just because the logo's on it. So, wow, that actually pours out a bit more cloudy than I was anticipating. I was thinking, not, straight on crystal clear, but this kind of looks like a Hefeweizen, honestly, like a really bright Hefeweizen, very cloudy looking. This is just like a bright lemon yellow color, about a 3-finger of a really fluffy white head. I mean, I poured it a bit aggressively, so I get why that would be the case, but yeah, that looks pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, there is some, I think this has probably more chill haze than anything, because there is some, yeah, I can see through it a decent amount, but anyway, let's get a nose. Ooh, that Huell Melon is really nice. I'm getting like a little melony vibe to it, like almost like a honeydew sweeter, like more of the rind, not really the sweet part of the honeydew. Definitely some lemony citrus characters, a little bit of orange tangerine. Slight stone fruits. There's a nice, like, almost herbaceous, slightly spicy character, probably from the Saaz. There's an underlying crackery malt grain, almost biscuity crackery malt grain, probably from the base malt. Man, this smells, today, the temperature out right now is like 85, 86 degrees. The humidity's through the roof. It's super warm even down here where I review. And not super warm down here, but it's just warmer, and the humidity plays a huge role. There's gonna be a lot of condensation on this glass. You're gonna see it when I start drinking it, but yeah, this just smells super refreshing right now and like just inviting. I just want to probably take down this entire glass. I'm not going to because I'm reviewing, but yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Or I should say, Prost. Yeah, that's really nice. So refreshing. Oh my God. Because it's so warm out, it's just like the first 2 sips are like, oh, this isn't cold, but this is cool. And it's just, yeah. Anyway, the flavors are really nice here. First thing I notice is that in the taste, I'm getting more of like a spicy, herbaceous, like floral component to this one. Maybe not floral. More earthy, but yeah, herbaceous, earthy, and spicy, probably from the Saaz. Is the first hop they list as dry hopping, but underneath that is a really nice, like slightly crackery, biscuity malt base that carries on through, slightly grainy as well. As it hits mid-palate, a little bit of stone fruit comes out, a little bit of that honeydew melon, like more of the rind, or like, closer to the rind, not sweet. Finishes semi-dry, and slightly bitter. But you know, this is like, I think, appropriate for what a Kolsch is. Body in this one at 5% is like higher side of light body, perfect for what I'm looking for. It's very crisp. It's super clean. Like I said, there's ever so slight bitterness on the back end, but this is relatively clean and extremely refreshing. Like this, I'm taking down this right now. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, super well made Kolsch. I do like the dry hopping. I think that's where I'm getting more of that spicy herbaceous character. It's a little bit more intense than I would associate with the style. And then those stone fruits and little melon vibe too, coming probably from the Mosaic and the Huell Melon. This is a nice take on a German style Kolsch. I think this is more of an American Kolsch at this point. I mean, that's, you know, just from the dry hopping and whatnot. I think it's like a German American hybrid, whatever the case may be. Yeah, whatever. Whatever the case may be. Yeah, this is, I said whatever because I don't know. I don't actually know if the horn will come through, but someone was beeping outside. It's like, come on, dude. Come on. Anyway, yeah, I'm really digging this one. As you guys know, I rate to personal preference, not style, but I will say if I reviewed this to style and they're going for a dry hopped Kolsch, I'd give this like a 4.75 out of 5. I think they've pretty much nailed it in the head. I don't know what they could do to make this one a little bit better. Maybe a little drop out of that bitterness a little bit, because it's not super bitter, but there's a slight bitterness on the back end. I'd want this to be like just 100% clean. I don't want any really lingering bitterness, but it's dry hopped, and usually dry hopping doesn't, you know, give you the bitterness. But the fact of the matter is that this is a little bit leaning more towards the American style, so there's a little bit of bitterness there. But this is almost perfection in my opinion. So 4.75 out of 5. Personal preference, high 4 out of 5 all day, every day. I'm going to give this a 4.05 out of 5. For a Kolsch, this is one of the better ones I've had, definitely when you're trying to mix American and German style. And yeah, they've done a great job with this one. So yeah, anyway, that was Prost Cologne from Brewery Ommegang, along with Prison City Pub and Brewery, and I give it a 4.05 out of 5. Price on this one, I think I paid low $3. I want to say like $3.29 a can. I think maybe 4 packs of this ran like around 12, 13 bucks. A bit expensive, but they are dry hopping this one. They're using Huell Melon and Mosaic, and you know, hops that are going to be more expensive than your typical ones, and it's a collaboration between two breweries, so I don't mind paying a premium. I would rather see this one in the 10 to 12 range as opposed to the 12 to 13 range, so knock it down a couple bucks. I'd like to pay under $3 a can, but this was $3.29, I believe I paid for it, so a bit pricey, but I think the value is there based on the quality of this beer and availability, probably wherever you see Ommegang. You know, we don't get Prison City in Western New York, we get Ommegang. We've gotten Ommegang for, I don't know, Ommegang's been here since I started getting a craft beer. So if you see Ommegang, you probably should see this one. Definitely in New York. I don't know out of state, but pretty confident that the availability is wherever Ommegang distributes. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another Western New York Wednesday. Be on the lookout next week for another installment. And until then, cheers. Prost.